We have yet to really see the extent of what Leona is capable of, though Grimm says, for as lazy as that guy is, he seemed insanely strong. Jack says that Leona's magical might is in a league of its own, and Leona is the only person we've seen capable of defending against Riddle's unique magic. Despite being, objectively, one of the most powerful students in the school, Leona himself says that power alone ain't enough to make waves in this world, in reference to how he will never fulfill his only dream no matter how strong he is. Unaware of Leona's inner turmoil, Jack comments, "How can someone so powerful give up on everything?" Jack is often commenting on Leona's magical strength, saying that Leona's magic is way more powerful than any of ours while he, Ruggie and Floyd battle the mine monster, and Leona teases Ruggie about getting tired out. Idia explains that Leona likely received top-notch magic instruction as a kid, saying that Leona's casting speed's off the charts, and his magic pool is huge. He also knows how to be efficient, he tailors his defense spells to match the potency of enemy attacks. He hardly wastes any magic at all, which means he barely accumulates any excess blot. Ortho follows with, because he typically exhibits great mental fortitude, when he does experience intense emotions, it could cause a drastic spike in blot accumulation. As Leona learned the curriculum for NRC from private tutors prior to enrolling, he is often skipping classes. When Leona first received an invitation to NRC, he ignored it, as he had already learned everything the school's curriculum had to offer. When Checa was born, however, the idea of staying home was like gnawing on a bone long after the meat had been stripped clean. Checa is directly responsible for Leona enrolling in NRC. Leona seems particularly adept at defensive magic, saying that he aced his protective magic classes in his sleep, which makes the two instances that Ruggie is able to apply his unique magic to Leona very interesting. Leona is capable of defending himself against Riddle's unique magic, and as Ruggie is probably not stronger than Riddle, it can be assumed that the times he successfully used Laugh With Me on Leona was only because Leona allowed it. Jack says that Leona's unique magic, King's Roar, turns to sand anything that Leona has touched, but we later learn that this is not quite accurate. We see multiple times that Leona can sand things without touching them. Leona sands coins and jewelry that are touched by visitors to the school during Halloween. In Book 6, Leona says that he would like to sand all the cages in a room at one time, but he runs the risk of sanding the ID card that they need and Grimm by accident. This means that Leona is capable of using King's Roar on other people and things accidentally, even if he has never touched them. The spell might be difficult to aim. Leona says that he was able to sand most of the minions in an area during Book 6, and says that it's a lot harder to use King's Roar with all those slowpokes getting in the way, in reference to Stux's scientists, insinuating that there was a risk of him turning the scientists to sand on accident. While separate from the game, in the novel Leona's unique magic is described as more than just an ability to turn things to sand, it is a natural disaster. Insects dry out mid-flight and fall dead to the ground, grass withers, the earth opens, and he is capable of manipulating the sand that he creates to do as he wishes. We get a rare chance to compare Leona's strength to that of the other students directly in Book 6. Both Vil and Riddle are unable to lift, aim and utilize their thunder spears simultaneously on their own, with Vil asking for help from Epel, the prefect, and Rook, while Riddle asks for help from Azul. Leona, however, both lifts and aims the spear alone, then even uses its magic without any help from Jamil, who we see attacking the Titan independently with his fire magic, away from the spear. Jamil is surprised by Leona's ability to sleep after the first Titan fights, but we learn Riddle also took a nap at that same time. Vil again gets help from Epel, Rook, and presumably the prefect during the second Titan fight, saying he can't move another step. He and Epel fall asleep almost instantly after reaching a safe location. Rook possibly remained awake. Riddle also gets help from Azul for their second Titan fight, getting injured in the process and expressing concern over his magic, stamina, and blot. Azul falls asleep quickly afterwards, despite previously claiming that, as an octopus, he could never sleep in such a dangerous situation. For their second Titan fight, Leona again uses the Thunder Spear entirely on his own without help from Jamil, collapsing to his knees afterwards from exhaustion. Once they reach a safe location, However, he has enough energy for banter with Jamil, with Jamil finally coming to understand Leona's humor. Leona finally asks for Jamil's help with the spear in the fight against an overblotted Idia, after which they are forced to bow out due to an overaccumulation of blot, not as a result of overusing their magic but because of the effects of the blot that is escaping the underworld, along with Ortho.